Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third video of Caleb playing Kerbal Space Program. Yes, this episode will be a little different because I stuffed up the recording on this episode. I recorded a whole hour and then didn't realize the voice didn't actually record. So it's yeah. So coming off from where we last left off, that was quite quick. So I actually bought something with 90 science that I had, because last time I had like 84 science, so I sort of just went and collected some science from the Kerbal Space Center just to get to 90 so I could unlock the large fuel systems, so I could build a rocket to go somewhere and actually get out of the atmosphere. So that's what we're doing. I'm just sped this video up so because you don't want to sit through a whole hour, obviously. So this is me just building the rocket, and here are the Rocket Max tanks that I've added on there. Just basic design, using the skipper engine as the main power source, and also those huge large thrusters. I don't know what they're called, but the solid fuel thrusters. They're really powerful. And yes, I know I've added some small reaction wheels to make it a little easier to fly, something like that. So so this is test flight number 1. I actually did a couple of test flights, I think 2, and then I did a reiteration of the design, because for some reason it just kept flipping. If you can see here, watch, it's I turn a little bit just to, I'm at 5,000 meters, and then all of a sudden, look at that. Like, that's ridiculous. How am I supposed to control that? You know what I mean? So yeah, and then see, overheating. I don't know how the what do you call it? Yeah, and lost the lost the engine as well. My, what do you call them? Decouplers. I keep forgetting the names of things. Decouplers were overheating. So this is the second launch. I try not to angle it. I think I go up to about 8,000 meters before I start to turn. And 5,000. I turn a little bit, and I'm holding back. See on the yaw? See, I'm holding back to the left, and no, doesn't want to happen. So yep, just a quick little add the tail fins on. So now it should launch fine, which I think, this is the final launch. So we actually get a little bit of wobble there. I don't know why it was wobbling. I have to research about that. But yeah, it was wobbling quite a little bit, as you can see. So yes, I dumped the engines when they, of course, run out of fuel, and just gradually going up into space. I could have turned a bit earlier, but I didn't want that wobble thing to happen before, how I just turned completely to the side. So I went up just for a little, caution. Still toggling on and off the SAS to get rid of that wobble that was happening. So now I decouple the last stage and then use these thrusters. Oh man, yeah, these are awesome. Yeah, see my orbit just instantly rose too much. I didn't plan on doing that. But here I am just collecting some science, and I'm going to use the scientist guy, which I just found out about, to collect the data and actually, restore the engine, so I can restore the science thing so I can redo it. So here I just, because I got 2 of the goos, I guess it didn't want me to do that, so that's why it said dump or something. Yeah, so now I'm going to head out onto an orbit to orbit around Minmus. In this new save, I haven't actually been to Minmus because obviously I haven't had the fuel supply to do that. But now I have, and I'm going to do a flyby Minmus and collect some just atmospheric data. Man, so annoying. So doing a burn here. I think minute burn. Plenty of fuel, as you can see in the top right. I like to keep that open so you can see. And so, and as you can see right here, this is when I realized that I get a moon encounter as well. And I thought, wow, a moon encounter wasn't even trying, so I just left that in there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to the moon as well. I'm so annoyed that I lost the voice to this recording. Like, I had all this, talked all so much about it, but anyway, whatever. So just doing some more science before I leave, get into the Minmus orbit. So here I am manually just sort of time accelerating. And now what are we at? 500,000 meters above Minmus, and doing some more science, resetting of the data. There we go. Then transmitting all that data back. Now I actually transmitted the data and wanted to save it as well, because I wanted to, you obviously get more if you keep it, as you can see there. I transmitted it, but then I also sort of kept it for later. So when I land on Kerbal, I actually I think it was like 40 more science just for bringing the material study back. So here I am just increasing the what do you call it? The periapse, or decreasing the periapse, I guess you should call it, of the moon encounter that I'm going to have, because last time I orbited the moon, I didn't quite get that close. I think I was like a million meters out or something like that. So I actually wanted to get a little closer this time. And what do I get? Yeah, look at this, 50,000 meters. So yeah, that's not too bad. And this is me just trying to figure out how. Oh, it's a weird orbit. Trying to figure out how to get back home with the least amount of fuel. And there was another moon orbit there, you could see, but I've already got my material study done, so I'm not going to reset that. The moon, yeah, and I forgot a temperature thermometer thing, so which I was so annoyed about, because that was a bunch of science I could have had. But you know, I'll just do it again. I guess another crew report. What do I do here? I get really, really close. 30 science, and I didn't see what that was. 24 science, I think that said. Yeah, so I got a bit of science back from the moon as well. Yeah, so now I'm just running low on fuel, so I'm gonna just burn home. Oh, and I missed my maneuver node because I time accelerated too much, so I just went and winged it and sort of try to get my periapse in as quick as possible. Now I realize I do actually have a lot of fuel. Like, have a look at my spaceship. It's I'm pretty much going back to Kerbal right now with 29,000. But I also didn't want to burn out my material study, so I actually started burning, as you can see here, bringing my apoapse down, but also keeping my periapse too high enough to like still hit the atmosphere. I didn't want to land smack bang going like 3,000 meters a second into Kerbal, because then it will burn up and yeah, bad things could happen. I don't know about this one point. I'll have to be real careful, you know. It's anything can happen really. So just being real careful, real cautious, because I've got the fuel, you know, I may as well, you know. So see, here I am just slowly just making sure the orbit's okay for me to come down, and then I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna go for it, spend all my fuel. Yep, that's pretty good. Ditch the stage and come in for landing. Yeah, there it is. So I took a few screenshots there just because it looked cool. There's the ablator, heat shield burning away, and look at that, we're in the atmosphere. Unfortunately, yes, I landed on the dark side. That's such a terrible no-no for YouTube recording, because you can't see a thing. I can't even see a thing right here. So I will try and always land on the sunny side, because, you know, it's easier to see, and it's easier to land too, obviously. So here I am, come down, a little bit of a roll, but that was it. Quick crew report, but that didn't work. So 200 science. Oh, I got 100 science back from the mission, and then also not 200, but like I think it was like 60 or 70, so 160, 70 science. And here I am adding choosing what to pick. And I actually get the solar panel right here. I actually buy the solar panel and the, what is it? Is it the monopile or the landing? I think it's the landing. Yeah, I get the landing. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video. This is pretty cool. You know, I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully it'll be, you know, a regular recording and not, I may do some editing, but you know. Alright, cool. I'll see you guys later.